talk a little bit about how I'm lighting the scene. So as you can see, it's a pretty simple setup here. All I have is a HDR set to around 0.1 to 0.2, just so we get some fill. And then other than that, it's just a single rect light. So I'll go ahead and show you that setup. So here's the HDRI background set to 0.1. And I've just got a couple HDRIs from HDRIhaven.com, so we can like switch them out and kind of change the look of things. And then you also want to make sure the skylight, let's see, or no, the geometry, make sure you turn off effect distance field lighting, because there's an issue with the lumen and HDRI, the HDRI backdrop. So just make sure that's turned off, and because this is what it looks like if it's turned off. So it'll actually change the lighting pretty drastically if that's turned on. Okay, and then for the rectangle light, it's just a single rectangle light. Kind of made it kind of into a rectangle, similar to how the original HDR from Texturing XYZ looked. So we go here, we can see that there's like a bar light. So all I'm doing with that is just kind of moving it around until something looks good. You could go into that kind of like butterfly kind of look. Looks kind of cool, actually. Yeah. And then the settings for that, I'll just go through it. Pretty low intensity. I set the attenuation radius to 1000, but you could actually drop that depending on the kind of look you want. So if you set that to 100, it kind of focuses the light a little bit more. It makes things more dramatic. So the light kind of like falls off as it goes further down the head compared to 1000. So just depends on what kind of look you're looking for. And then another thing would be the barn door angle and length. So the angle changes the doors on here. So you can see that it's kind of like just a rectangle right now. But if we increase this, that's kind of what that does. And then changing the length will change some stuff here. But that's typically when you have the width fairly small. So you can see it kind of cuts off on the sides there. So that can help you kind of create different looks. Other than that, right now in this version of the Unreal, I don't think transmission works yet. I know in the build for like the latest private build is actually the transmission is working. So if you enable this, the light will be able to go through the skin. Let's just see here. But I don't think it's actually working yet. Yeah. So typically you'd be able to see through the ear here. Um, but yeah, doesn't seem to be working in the public version right now. Um, yeah, so that's pretty much it for lighting. Um, I definitely suggest this finding an image and kind of matching it up based on the your reference image. So you could do like make sure you do like the key light first, and then do the fill light, and then if there's a rim light, do that. But I try to keep it pretty simple, either like one or two lights, and just try to capture the mood with no more than probably like three lights. So yeah, hopefully this was kind of helpful. Um, and as far as the camera, it's pretty typical, just doing the focus. I mean, doing the tracking focus. So I have a sphere in here, so I can change where things are focused at. I know there's a way where you can set up a blueprint for the camera to shoot a ray cast and then focus on whatever it hits. But I haven't learned how to set that stuff up yet. So that might be something that you look into. Um, yep, and then setting the focal length. I like to keep it around between 60 and 80. So 70 is a good sweet spot. And then aperture just changes the depth of field. So having it low makes it a shallow depth of field, and then setting it higher pushes the depth of field out. So yeah, I think that's about all that I was gonna share with this kind of stuff. Um, I'll probably go ahead and do some vellus hair and put that in the final renders. Uh, a good thing to know about the vellus hair is that when you import your groom, if you double click on your groom on the in the settings window that pops up, you'll want to make sure I think it's scatter lighting or something like that. There's like an option in there that kind of takes it into account the scene lighting in your groom. So I'd probably recommend that for doing vellus hair with alembic grooms. Um, yeah, I'll just go ahead and render out some beauty shots with this stuff, and then I will probably go ahead and upload this for you guys to check out. Yeah, so hope this tutorial series was helpful, and hope that you guys could see the kind of like the power of using kind of like a modular system instead of a giant node graph where you have noodles intersecting all over the place. We're just trying to keep it simple and make getting an image like this attainable and uh, not too fake or anything. So thanks. Uh, Catch you guys in the next one.